whenever we come from India into different country, like for example in the US, यहाँ पे लोग आते हैं अपने ड्रीम्स को फुलफिल करने के लिए, financial freedom find करने के लिए, independent होने के लिए. But later in the life, after spending 6-7 years, they figure out okay the immigration system बिगड़ा हुआ है और कैसा यहाँ पे बहुत खराब immigration system है. Your visa is always tied to your employer. अगर employer ने आपको निकाल दिया या आपने कोई भी कारण में जॉब छोड़ दी, then you lose your visa. Right now, what we are facing in this year is recession, kind of recession where people are losing jobs. जो visas में हैं, उनको बस 60 days का time मिलता है to find another job. And if they are not able to find another job, then they around 1.1 million immigrants are in the green card backlog. Sometimes you will not see a green card in your lifetime. Politicians use immigration as a tool to get more votes.
On day one, we will begin working. There is only one core issue in the immigration debate.
There are several bills that pass. एक bill है उसका नाम है Fairness for High Skilled Immigrants Act that was passed in the House of Senate, but अभी वो रोक दिया है. It was stalled in the Senate. उसको pass नहीं हुई थी. Hey guys, let's get started. Thank you so much to be in my channel. It's called Mindfulness with Manish. So today we will talk about one of the important topics, which is immigration system. The topic of the discussion is from H1B to green card. Why we are discussing this topic is everyone who comes to the US, they come with a mindset of like doing financial independence or having like career growth or like being independent. But later in the life, after spending 6-7 years, they figure out okay the immigration system is something that is messed up. Not in the US, but every country has some drawbacks. So we will cover each and every part of that in this video. So we will talk about this video into small chunks. One chunk we call it chapter. So chapter 1 it's called the human cost. So I know one of my friend, his name is Rajiv. Basically Rajiv यहाँ US में आया था back in 2008. So he's from Bangalore. और जब वो आया था, he came here basically on H1B visa. And वो अभी भी H1B पे ही है. He pays taxes, contributes to the economy, build a life here, but has no future and as well as the life is uncertain. So that's what Rajiv is all about. उसका बच्चे भी हैं. His son, who is born in California, is American citizen. His daughter, however, was born just a few months before they moved in. But अगर उसको वापस जाना पड़ा तो बच्चों को भी जाना पड़ेगा. So this is not a story of one. This is a story of millions of people who come to the US as immigrants, mostly from India, living on borrowed time in a land they helped build. So basically, this is a story of everyone. This is a common story. So we will talk about this detail in our video, which is H1B to green card, a broken immigration system. So now we will talk about the second chapter, which is what is H1B. To understand more about the problem, we must understand where this visa coming from and why people come on this visa. It was created back in 1990. 1990 में create हुआ था ये during the Immigration Act. The H1B visa allows US companies to hire foreign nationals in a specialized field. Like basically अगर आप technology field में हो, finance field में और medicine field में हो, तो आप H1B visa में आप आ सकते हो. Each year the US government है वो around 65,000 H1B visas file करती है foreign nationals के लिए. उसके बाद 20,000 वीज़ास और होते हैं. सो टोटल 85,000 होता है. 20,000 जो एक्स्ट्रा होता है वो बेसिकली एडवांस डिग्रीज वालों को दिया जाता है. इफ़ यू आर मास्टर्स और PhD, दोज आर कंसिडर्ड एज एडवांस डिग्रीज. इन 2023 ओवर 780,000 H1B लोगों ने अप्लाई किया था, विच इज़ अ लॉट. And that means the chances of getting H1B, अगर आप 85,000 ही select होते हैं तो chances very small. It's around 15%. The visa is valid for 3 years. It can be extended for 3 more years. So total 6 years का duration आपको मिलता है इस visa पे. But here's the catch. Your visa is always tied to your employer. अगर employer ने आपको निकाल दिया या आपने कोई भी कारण से जॉब छोड़ दी, then you lose your visa. So that is the problem of H1B. So अगर आप इस वीजा पे हो तो एक चीज और होती है, उसको कहते हैं डुअल इंटेंट, वेयर ड्यूरिंग द ड्यूरेशन ऑफ H1B यू कैन ऑल्सो अप्लाई फॉर ग्रीन कार्ड. उसको गवर्नमेंट बोलते हैं डुअल इंटेंट, कि आपका डुअल इंटेंट है, क्योंकि H1B वीजा जो होता है वो होता है आपका नॉन इमिग्रेंट वीजा. वो कहता है कि आप नॉन इमिग्रेंट हो, बट आप अगर ग्रीन कार्ड फाइल करते हो तो आप इमिग्रेंट बन जाते हो, तो वो डुअल इंटेंट हो गया, तो वो अलाउड होता है H1B पे. So basically here for Indians where the real nightmare happens when the dual intent starts, because that's where they come into the queue of green card. So let's talk about the golden handcuff, which is chapter 2. So golden handcuff क्या है? Imagine earning 6-figure salaries in Silicon Valley. आप Google Microsoft में काम करते हो, बट आपको हमेशा अपने मैनेजर का अप्रूवल चाहिए इन ऑर्डर टू चेंज कंपनीज. इमेजिन वर्किंग 12 आवर्स अ डे बट अनेबल टू स्टार्ट ए ओन बिजनेस. मैं यहाँ पे कितने लोगों को जानता हूँ, मेरे जितने दोस्त हैं सबके कोई ना कोई आइडियाज हैं. लेट्स स्टार्ट अ लाइक रेस्टोरेंट, लेट्स स्टार्ट कैफे, लेट्स स्टार्ट समथिंग, बट दे कांट डू एनीथिंग बिकॉज द ओनली रीजन इज वीजा. दे डोंट हैव वीजास एंड दे आर वेरी इनोवेटिव, वेरी स्मार्ट पीपल. The visa of this country, because of that their hands are tied. Imagine your entire family future depending upon your corporate immigration lawyer filing papers on timely manner. Sometimes ये जो immigration lawyer होते हैं timely manner में फाइल भी नहीं करते, तो इस कारण क्या होता है कि आपकी कम से कभी का डेट छूट जाती है, और that adds up to the delay of immigration. That's the life of an H1B visa holder here. You are highly skilled but tightly bound by a lot of rules. This is what I was calling golden handcuffs. According to an institute called CATO, CATO, I will just post the link in the description as well as you can see on the screen. Around 1.1 million immigrants are in the green card backlog. Many of them are highly paid professionals with limited mobility and career growth. If you want to take a sabbatical, आपको अगर छुट्टी चाहिए, you risk your visa. If you want to start your own company, legally complicated. If you want to switch jobs, that is also very lengthy and comprehensive and complex process. Freedom, जो कहते हैं freedom, that is also not really you have freedom in this country. So moving on, our fourth chapter is green card backlog. So green card backlog की अगर बात करें, so basically once you are on H1B, your next step for everyone is to get a green card. But that's where the immigration sucks in this country. So basically the US issues around 140,000 employment-based green card every year. So understand this. So 140,000 लोगों को green card मिलता है US में. ओवरऑल इंटायर जोग्राफी, इंटायर ग्लोब से जो लोग आते हैं सबको इतना ही मिलता है, बट उसमें ना हर कंट्री की कैप होती है. ओनली 7% कैन गो टू इंडिविजुअल्स फ्रॉम एनी वन कंट्री. दैट मीन्स इंडिया को भी 7% ही मिलते हैं. सो 7% ऑफ 140 इज अराउंड 12,000 पीपल. तो 12,000 लोगों को ही ग्रीन कार्ड मिलता है, जो USCIS देता है. USCIS यहाँ की इमिग्रेशन सर्विस कंपनी है जो देती है. These are डेटा कमिंग फ्रॉम कांग्रेस रिसर्च सर्विसेज. सो एज ए मेंशन, यहाँ पे 1 मिलियन लोग लॉफुली हैं जो बैकलॉग में हैं, दे आर वेटिंग फॉर द ग्रीन कार्ड. सो द गवर्नमेंट एजेंसी USCIS has stated that and by the year 2030 ये जो नंबर है ये 2-fold हो जाएगा, बेसिकली 2 मिलियन हो जाएगा. सो 2 मिलियन लोग क्यों में वेट करेंगे फॉर अ ग्रीन कार्ड. दैट इज अ वेरी स्केरी नंबर. सो if you are a US employer sponsoring for green card, each year this number keeps on exceeding and exceeding. So as of 2023, over 400,000 Indians are in EB2 and EB3 category. ये भी एक category होती है. EB2 basically होती है if you have a master's, then your employer will apply under EB2 category, and EB3 होती है अगर if you have a bachelor's, then you can apply for EB3 category. According to Cato Institute, wait time for these is 90 years for filing a green card and getting a green card, if no reforms are made. Yes, 90 years, which is a shocking number. It's a lifetime. Sometimes you will not see a green card in your lifetime also. Their children are born abroad, may age out and lose legal status. So that's the problem with the current scenario. Chapter 5, we will talk about the effects on life and the mental health. ये जो भी हमने discuss किया, people always suffer from some mental health issues and life scenarios because of not getting a proper immigrant status in the US. This long wait time takes a lot of toll on your health, not just on the career but also on the minds of the families and individuals. Many live in a constant fear that, okay, what happens if they lose their job? What happens if their visa is denied? What happens if they travel and they can never come back to the country? The inability to travel freely, the pain of aging parents stuck in the mind, that constant anxiety over and over, that's the problem that happens. So again, आपके पेरेंट्स आपके ओल्ड हो रहे हैं, एंड देन आपका इमिग्रेशन सॉर्ट आउट नहीं हुआ है, यू कैन स्टार्ट योर ओन कंपनी, यू कैन चेंज employer that easily, you can't travel because you don't have stamping. These are some small and some minor problems, and one of the major problems I'm discussing about. And I will create another video about like parents when people live across the sea and across the board, and how generations are dealing with them. In a study by SAALT, which is called SALT, stands for South Asian American Leading Together Institute, around 80% of the South Asian immigrants reported visa-related stress and burnout. You can't plan your future. You can't basically invest in concretely anything in houses or stocks. And for many, the American dream becomes a dream, and basically anxiety keeps on having. One of the tweets which I saw in Twitter is one of the person was posting, "Hey, my visa was expiring in 60 days. I don't know what to do. Should I buy a car or should I buy a one-way ticket?" So that is also one of the scary things. People don't know what to do, especially in the current scenario. अगर आप बात करें, right now what we are facing in this year is recession, kind of recession where people are losing jobs. Everywhere we are hearing the news of people losing jobs, not just because of AI but other reasons. और जो visas पे हैं उनको बस 60 days का time मिलता है to find another job, and if they are not able to find another job, then they have to leave the country. A lot of people have lost their jobs and they went back, so that is also a very scary number. Chapter number 6, we will talk about the forgotten ones, H4 and dreamers. So H4 कौन होते हैं? So H1B की हमने बात करी. H1B are people who are workers. H4 उनके dependent spouses हो सकते हैं. So it doesn't end with the primary visa holder. Spouses on H4 visas are also highly qualified, but they cannot work. According to USCIS, more than 100,000 H4 EAD applicants are pending in 2022. Processing delays have led to job loss, and also there's a lot of economic strain that happens. Even women with PhD or MBA, they are highly qualified and they are forced into unemployment. The economic and mental cost of this is enormous. And then there are the children that have to suffer also. Over 200,000 documented children who come legally as a dependent children of H1B workers, they are forced to self-report when they turn 21. This is a source coming from improvethedream.org. They grow up as Americans, but the law treats them as outsiders, which is very sad. Now let's talk about another chapter, which is who benefits from this entire thing. Basically, the system. The system may be broken, but it benefits somehow. कैसे benefit करता है this system? System basically, the system consists of government and big companies. जो बड़ी companies होती हैं, they uses it to retain talent. तो अगर जो वर्कर है उसको हमेशा डर लगा रहेगा कि हाँ मैं एम्प्लॉयर छोड़ के नहीं जा सकता, तो वो हमेशा स्टिक रहेगा, हमेशा जुड़ा हुआ रहेगा वो कंपनी के साथ. A worker who can't leave the company easily, they are in control of, like, the companies can control them. The immigration law firm charge thousands of dollars per applicants per extension per amendment. So immigration firm भी बहुत charge करती है and they charge it from the employer. Politicians use immigration as a tool to get more votes, more points. Every time they have this agenda and like we would make some amendments in the immigration system, but that never happens. Yet few take actions. There are several bills that pass. Like एक bill है उसका नाम है Fairness for High Skilled Immigrants Act. That was passed in the House of Senate, but अभी वो रोक दिया है. It was stalled in the Senate. उसको pass नहीं होने दिया. Meanwhile, life remains on pause and uncertain. Another thing is, like, another chapter we're going to talk about is a ray of hope. So in 2019, Senator Mike Lee introduced a new bill, Senate bill basically. उस बिल का नंबर था 386. It's called Fairness for High Skilled Immigration Act. Its goal is to eliminate that 7% country cap जो मैंने बताया था पहले, उसको हटाने का बिल पास किया था on employment based green card. The bill passed the House with strong bipartisan support, but it faced numerous holes, amendments, and objections from different people, different senators, citing that it concerns over diversity and impacts on smaller countries. So अगर हमने 7% कैप हटा दिया तो इससे क्या होगा, इससे बड़ी कंट्रीज को तो फायदा होगा लाइक इंडिया, चाइना, बट इससे स्मॉलर कंट्रीज जिससे बहुत कम लोग आते हैं उनको नुकसान हो सकता है. तो हर किसी को इक्वल प्रिविलेजेस नहीं मिलेंगे. दैट्स व्हाई दिस बिल वाज नेवर इंट्रोड्यूस्ड. Despite a strong support from Indian American communities and tech workers, the bill died in Congress. As of 2023, it was never reintroduced. The amendment would have drastically reduced the green card wait time, especially for Indian nationals, but it also highlighted the complexity and the political sensitivity of US immigration system. So now let's talk about chapter 9, which is what other countries do better. So US should also learn from other countries that is doing better in terms of immigration. So हम बात करते हैं पहले कनाडा के बारे में. So कनाडा का क्या सिस्टम होता है? कनाडा is a point based system. They welcome around 400,000 new permanent residents every year with skilled workers. So उनका एक point based system होता है. They validate your IELTS score. They validate your whether you have a master's or bachelor's. They rank you on that with skilled workers prioritized through express entry. Average processing उसका 6 से 12 महीने का होता है. This is coming from Canada.ca. Australia, on the other hand, they also use point-based system, where skill, language, and age matters more than country of birth. UK maybe they offer a global talent visa to top professionals who have major achievements. These systems value contribution. They build loyalty and welcome talent. Compared to what US system is. So let's talk about another chapter, which is the final thought, the American dream delayed, which is the topic of our discussion. So basically, we celebrate the American dream, but for millions, it's a dream deferred. वो taxes pay करते हैं, वो अपने families को raise करते हैं, They work in power of Fortune 500 companies, but they live in uncertainty. This is not just a policy failure, but it's a human tragedy. So, can we afford to lose the trust of millions of people who are building our future? It's time to reform the broken immigration system, not just for the immigrants, but for America itself. Basically, we just need a change on the immigration system. It's not scalable. It's not which is healthy for mental health or for stability of millions of people. So I just want to close the topic with that. I hope through this video people learn about the immigration system, and also another goal for this video is for people जो आना चाहते हैं from different parts of the world, especially India to the US, उनको थोड़ा education मिले कि how, like, it's not just American dream. They should come here just to earn money, but they should also think about like the immigration, why it is so difficult before they choose this journey. So I just want to close that topic. If you like this video, don't like this video, I will be very humble, very obliged if you can provide me the feedback. I'm happy to incorporate that, and will see you, and will keep on getting better in next videos. Thank you so much, and thanks for watching. Thank you. Bye.